Hello YouTube, Red Tear Stone is back with another recording of Dark Souls PvP. Trying out the Blue Sentinels Sparring arena. And unfortunately, I screwed up the audio here as far as gameplay, because I was using my Sony wireless headset, so the audio was going to my headphones, and I thought that the Elgato would still capture, so I apologize. So I got some background music going instead, and my commentary will go until the audio comes back in, unless I keep finding things to talk about. So here I am, like I said, in the Blue Sentinels arena. My first time here. It's pretty much like the Brotherhood of Blood. You stand at the statues and you get sent to one of 3 arenas. This is one of them. There's 2 others, and I would say that this one, if you don't like falling to your death, this is probably the best one. I'm a level 106. I got the flame sword to plus 10. I got 3 attunement slots. And I forgot what my my intelligence is, like 3. I gotta put some points into that. But yeah, here in the Blue Sentinels, you get cracked blue eye orbs. I did some invasions after dueling, and I'll be posting that video up shortly. It's still having issues with the whole feeling slow and sluggish. My equipment burden, I believe, is around 63, but even under 60, at 53, it doesn't still feel that man, when I'm trying to run away, when I'm trying to go for cover, it just doesn't happen. I mean, yeah, it's evasion. It's I miss the Dark Souls 1 where you could just, run. It's really not super important in duels. I mean, in ganks, it's super important. But I'm trying to take Dark Souls 2 for what it is, and I'm trying to not compare it to Dark Souls 1 as much. Kind of a scumbag there. I went for the plunging, but yeah, I mean, a lot of my favorite uploaders, everyone's kind of noticed that poise is it's kind of broken, and I'm not super. I haven't done any testing, and all I've done is I've seen videos from Mr. I Won't Forget, and I've seen some of the comments from Foxio Games, and like I said, Martyr's Brigade, and it's kind of, it's an issue, definitely. I initially thought that it was because of the giant, or the stone ring that specifically targets poise, but apparently I was on Reddit checking out some forums, and it seems very inconsistent as far as how poise works. I've heard of people stacking up to 100 poise and still getting staggered by daggers, and so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I don't want to jump to conclusions, and I don't want to just go on a huge rage fit about how it's broken and Dark Souls 2 sucks and blah blah blah. It's okay, but like I said in one of my other videos, that it definitely feels less tactical as far as the gameplay. It's just a matter of just swinging your sword, and I guess that's fine if that's kind of your thing. It definitely feels like melee, pure melee or melee is. It just feels like sorcery and miracles got. It was just a big focus, and they just left the melee combat kind of. I don't know. It feels kind of not nerf, but just not. It's less. I feel like I have less options, where it's pretty much R1 R1. And on one of my other videos, I commented that like all I'm doing is R1ing, and I agree. That's all I was doing. In fact, I said that's it's kind of the only things that you can do, because my R2 just kills my stamina, and then I'm screwed. Like, especially facing another against the melee opponent. Sorcery, you know, you can kind of roll out of it or get lucky, but man, this guy was just. I wanted to grief him for a little bit and just keep running. I faced him a few times, and I don't want to call him a tryhard, but man, here it's not as much, but in other times he had buffs going. He had crystal magic weapon, he had magic barrier, he had sorceries going, he had, I don't know if it's called the same thing, but homing crystal mass or one of those. And I was like, man, it's a duel. Like, he was rocking like a ganker prep, like just buffs, sorceries, just all out. Like, dude, it's a duel. Like, and I'm not saying that, you know, play however the hell you want, but it's just, I kind of wanted to grief him for a little bit, so I just kept running from him to piss him off. I don't know if it worked, but I just finally decided to just go at it. As far as stun locking, that's the what is it called? The Great Sun Ring. It's I feel like it's built for being stun locked, because I think you can get hit twice, and that awesome flame burst is just, it does wonders as far as preventing stun locking. I would argue that that's kind of what it was made for. So I always rock that. I got the I think I got the Giant's Ring +1. I got the Chloranthy Ring +1. And the other ring, what do I got? I think I got the Blade Ring +1, or the Pursuer, whatever the Pursuer ring, because I beat the Pursuer a second time, and he drops the Blade Ring to a +1. So after this match, the audio comes back, because I turned off my headset. So the audio should be coming in soon. But as far as poise and as far as my thoughts on PvP, I have faith, and I'm hoping that and I really just wish that From Software would just come out and, you know, make some sort of statement or address what's going on. And I feel like all these big voices in the community, like, you know, Epic Name Bro and Pete Peverson and all those guys that I would say I'm a big fan of, and I follow them, and I watch on Twitch and all that. I wish that one of these guys would just kind of ask, you know, what's up, like what's the deal with this, you know, what's going on, like people are just get some concrete answers, instead of just everyone just wondering. And it's I know Dark Souls is big on kind of letting the player figure everything out, and that's fine as far as story and lore. But as far as mechanics, and as far as, you know, players doing testing themselves and kind of seeing that maybe some mechanics are broken and do need some work. It'd be nice if somebody up there in the higher levels of the stratosphere could reach out. I'm gonna try to reach out and kind of maybe tweet at them or something a few times and see if eventually they answer it. The only reason I can see them not wanting to do that is because they're afraid that, or they don't want to admit like, hey, like, we screwed up, blah blah blah. Which I guess I can understand, but I think it would honestly give a lot of good faith from players. I know, like, if From Software came out and said, hey, like, you know, the poise system is broken, we apologize, it wasn't something that we caught early on, and we're going to release a patch and we're going to fix it, and that would be totally fine. Like, it would put a lot of rumors, it would put a lot of things to rest. And I love the game. I love Dark Souls 2. It's great. It's just, if we're gonna compare strictly PvE or PvP, I mean, Dark Souls 1, in my opinion, Dark Souls 1 has far superior PvP. I mean, the mechanics, as Martyrs Brigade said, the controls are tighter. You feel like, you never feel like losing is out of, like, when you lose, you feel like it's your fault or your lack of reflexes or strategy. Losing in Dark Souls 2, aside from stupid falling off like ledges or stuff like that, you kind of feel like you pretty much get stunned, and like I said, the sun ring does help with that. But the whole rolling and facing the wrong direction, that's super awkward, and that might not be a fix. That's probably intentional, but it's just weird. Like, why would they think that was a good addition to the gameplay? You know, I mean, there's been plenty of times where I roll to the side or I roll backwards and I'll throw a firebomb, you know, just completely in the opposite direction of my opponent. I mean, the whole point of locking on is so you don't do that. You know, like, what's the point of locking on if my character isn't going to lock on and I'm going to face a different direction? And if they're going for realism, I guess that's cool. But it feels awkward, and it looks awkward when you do it. And that was just idiotic. But I honestly didn't want to fight that guy anyways. He was just, oh man, I have nothing against sorcerers, but man, seeing those guys come out in their like full ganking attire, or gank fighting attire, like, it's a little discouraging because I know what's coming. It's a bunch of sorcery spamming, and I don't know, it's not. Everyone plays how they would want to play, and that's fine. I didn't even really mean to fall off the edge. So I guess let me talk a little more about what's going on actually in the fights. Stop bitching about poise. Another falling death. I played until I ran out of all my what are those tokens of whatever those things you get for doing. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to address is you can only duel if can only duel if you get one of those tokens, and I'm guessing maybe if you have the ring on and you get summoned to defend a player, maybe you get one of those token of fidelities. I think that's what they're called. But most of the ones I got are from Jolly co-oping. So actually, that's probably what it is. You probably get token of fidelities from saving hosts from invaders, and I haven't done that. Every time I put the ring on, my little covenant sign glows, and I never get summoned anywhere. So I started. I tried it out for a little while. I was waiting, and it didn't happen. So I started to invade with Black Blue Eyes. But yeah, if that's the only way, then that's fine. But if it's through Jolly Co-op, it feels a little weird. I doubt it. I'm sure I haven't looked into it yet. I really love that forward R1 like shield guard break or whatever it is. It's really handy. So this guy is he's got, I don't know, is that the sunlight buff? He's got a magic barrier. That's fine. I'm kind of getting tired of my my flame sword firestorm. That almost always gets me to kill if I do some sort of parry, backstab, and then go for the firestorm. It usually works. But I'm gonna try to find some new tactics. The reason I've been sticking to the flame sword is it's my only plus 10 weapon. But I'm gonna do a little farming and hopefully try out some other weapons. I think my halberd is the only one I have at plus 8, but it's just super slow. I can't. I mean, I know everybody loves those spinning R2s, but I just can't. I can't deal with the plus the hitbox on that. Like, you gotta hit it directly with the blade, and this PvPing is so erratic. I think I'm gonna try out some miracles soon. I got a cool shield that you can use. Well, it's actually more of a, I forgot what they're called, but it's like a talisman that you can use as a shield. I think you can block with the R2 or R1, and then with the other, or L2, sorry, L2 or L1. You can cast miracles with it and block with it as a shield. I've seen a few people use it, so I'm trying to pump in some points into Faith so I can cast one of the lightning miracles, and it'll come in handy when if I'm invading, so I can heal, because that seems to be the only way to heal. Because the host can use assists, you can use life gems, he has summons, and invaders totally get shafted as far as not being able to heal, not even with divine blessings, not life gems. I mean, I can't understand why they thought. It's just, life gems should be okay. Like, you should be able to use life gems, fine, like block the assists, that's fine. But life gems? Yeah. I'm gonna also switch up my armor. I'm kind of getting tired of the Elite Knight set, and I want to try out different armor sets, different properties. I got the I think it's the Sinners. That weird thing on my right hand is it boosts my pyromancy. I'll probably keep that on just because pyromancies are kind of cool. I just got the dark pyro glove, and I haven't heard anyone at all talk about it. I had no idea that existed. So apparently it like scales with hollowing, but when you invade, you aren't hollow. So I don't know if that even helps or works at all. Plus fire seeds as of right now are kind of hard to come by. I think my pyro glove is at +8. I bought them all from I don't know, I forgot the girl's name that you save, who's turned to stone, and yeah, I bought all hers and I got a few, so I think I'm up to +8 in pyro. But yeah, so hopefully in my upcoming videos I'll have more interesting gear. Like I said, I'll probably keep the Sinners. I was being cheap there with my R1 just because he kept healing, so I kind of wanted to finish that. But yeah, I'll be trying out new weapons, new armor, and hopefully I still can come out with some wins. I'm sticking to the shield just because it's also my highest shield. I mean, pretty much all the gear that I'm using, the only reason I keep using it is because it's my highest leveled gear. So, because I'm honestly getting tired of wearing the same armor set, using the same weapons. So I'll be switching it up, probably in my whatever next video I post. I might do some Bell Guardian PvP, because I think you get Titanite chunks. Man, there was no damage on that. I don't know if he has a ton of HP or if he has some sort of really good armor, but that did nothing. Try not to show tell. Wasn't having too much luck landing the R2s. I feel like the range on it is a little short. I'm gonna start playing more of the Xbox 360 version. I heard that I was watching Foxio Games review for Dark Souls 2, and it's actually really good. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I feel like it was more than a review. It was kind of like almost like a critical, in-depth look at it. It kind of went into, you know, Demon Souls comparisons and Dark Souls 2 comparisons. It was really good. It was well done, well thought out. But yeah, he said something about the 360 version not suffering from as much frame rate issues and just overall just being a better experience. And it's, you know, it's the same game and everything, but there's less lag. And I started with a cleric, and since I had kind of gone through the game in the PS3, I kind of felt comfortable with it, or a little overconfident with it, and I joined the the Covenant of Champions, and it's serious. That Covenant is serious. I couldn't even make it through the Forest of Giants without dying. An innumerable, a ton of times. I died so many times. So I think I'll pass on the Covenant of Champions for now on 360. But yeah, soon I'll be trying out the PvP and see if it feels any different. Yeah, that's about it for this video. This is the last match. So I hope you enjoyed. And I'm gonna keep posting videos in all different covenants as I discover them, as I find them. I think I have about 2 covenants left to find. The dark one, and I don't know the other one. I don't even know if the dark one offers PvP, but if not, then I'll just be sticking to blues, reds, bells. Not sure about the rat covenant, but we'll see. I don't know if I enjoy trolling people with environmental hazards and all that, but I don't know. I honestly haven't tried it. But yeah, thanks again for stopping by. I'll be posting, like I said, more PvP. And check back, subscribe, like, please. I'm starting out. Support the channel, and I'll try to keep the content coming. So thanks again. I'll catch you guys later.